So when I was talking about PiHole earlier, I think that I made it much more complicated than it really is. So I was talking about Raspberry Pi and Linux and Docker and all that stuff. But in reality, once you've got Docker running on your computer, which I'm currently making a video of, then the process is pretty easy. I'm going to run this command and then explain further on what exactly is going on. So I'm using something called the Windows subsystem for Linux, which isn't mandatory, but it's pretty useful to use since you could actually run stuff that's meant for Linux on Windows. And I have something called Docker that is inside Windows Subsystem for Linux. You could use this on Windows, but I prefer using it inside Linux. Now it's running some image called PiHole, and it's downloading this image from online. And the image is then set up to be transformed into something called a container. Now this container has its own network, and this image is for a DNS server. So of course it has some port for the DNS server, which is port 53. Now I want, and by the way, the network inside this container is fully contained. So what you need to do is actually map the internal port, which is 53, and I want to map it to my own localhost's DNS DNS port, which is also going to be 53. And I'm going to map port 53 for TCP and UDP as well. And PiHole not only gives you a DNS server, but it also gives a web server to configure this. So the web server is running on port 80 inside the image or inside the container. And I want to map it to port 9876 on my own localhost. Now it's finished installing, so I'm just going to go to my browser and run it. And as you can see, now I have access to the actual PiHole interface. Now if I want to log in on the logs of this Docker container, it actually printed the password. So I'm just gonna look at the logs and it should be somewhere. Now there's something called regular expressions, which you take in CPCS 204, 203, I bet. And pretty much I'm just gonna search for this random password. So the random password is gonna be this thing, and I'm just going to copy paste it and log in. Now I can configure exactly what I want the PiHole to block, or I could add like a blacklist or whitelist, but you could probably figure that out on your own. Now that I've set up the actual DNS server and stuff, I want to actually configure my computer to be using this DNS server instead of Cloudflare. Now, for example, let me go to CNN. If I go to CNN, then you'll see a bunch of ads like over here. So this is an advertisement. And this advertisement actually has a different domain than the CNN domain. So what you could do is we could block the advertisement's domain name. Now, thankfully, PiHole already contains a decent blacklist, which you could also add your own. There are a bunch of lists online that you could add, but personally, this is enough for me or for this video. Now I want to actually set up my computer to use this DNS server. And of course, you could also set it up to uh, use this. You could set up your modem to actually use this DNS server as well. But I'm just going to do it on my own computer because also if you look at the actual admin board, you'll see that you could actually see all the queries that are being made. So your family might not like you for surveying everything that they're doing, but I'm just going to configure it for my own computer. So you could go to settings and then network, and then the network options. And then in your Wi-Fi, you could just go to properties and uh, IP4. And then you, as I mentioned, we're mapping the DNS port in the container to port 53 on our network. Now, our network is what uh, is localhost, and the port for localhost is 127.0.0 and 1. So this is pretty much this computer. It's called, I believe, loopback, but pretty much it's just localhost, and it's the same localhost that I'm using here. So I'm putting the DNS server, I'm setting the DNS server to be this my localhost, my computer, and then I press OK, and if I refresh this, it should block the ads, or it might take a few seconds to for it to load the settings. If I go to dashboard, hopefully it worked. Yeah. So it blocked 133 ads as of now, and it's just in CNN's website. And of course, if you actually use it over a long time, then it will block a lot of ads. So this is how to use PiHole, and pretty much Docker is a really amazing tool. And as I said, did I mention it? Yeah, so this would actually rerun this container if you restart your computer or close your computer and rerun. And this doesn't only have application for PiHole, of course. I'm just showing off Docker. But you could think of it as, for example, maybe you have a database or you have some server and you want it to be running uh, every time you restart it. And maybe you just want to go online and find the image and then just configure it a bit and you could run it. So this is a really useful tool which I'd recommend you learn. And I'm making a video right now on Docker and Windows Subsystem for Linux, and I hope you watch that later on as well. All right, see you.